Hi all, how are you? Today we'll talk about complex numbers. Okay, it's a light chapter, just a basic operation. We are not going to go deep like the M2 course, just basic information about that, and hopefully you will, maybe it will come in, maybe not, like that's like a small percentage that will come in the M1 exam, but we of course we take like all the applications, okay, to avoid any surprises in the M1 exam. So complex numbers, shall we start now? Yes, yeah. Let's go. Complex numbers, first question is, as you can see here, 3 plus 5i times 2 plus 3i. Always remember, this is a real number, this is an imaginary number, real, imaginary. So what will show the normal way we do? First, second, first, second. So in this case, we say that 3 multiply 2, in this case 6, 3 multiply 3i, 9i, okay, 5i multiply 2 plus 10i, okay, and 5i multiply 3i plus 15i squared, okay. In this case now, like to add up, so it's going to be 6 plus 9 plus 10i, and that is equal to 19i, okay, and plus 15. The I square is negative 1. Why, mister? Because I is equal radical negative 1. I square is equal negative 1. Okay, so in this case, we say that final answer, so it's 6 plus 19i negative 15, and that is equal to negative 9 plus 19i. Okay, so negative 9 plus 19i. Fine, thank you. See you in question 2. Okay, question 2 here. If a and b real numbers, and if ai square equal bi power 4, which of the following must be true? Must be true. Must means no options, no other options, no alternation, okay? It's just straightforward. So is a equal b? I square, straightforward. I know that I square is equal to negative 1, and I power 4 is equal to what? 1. I know these two information. So ai, which means this is a times negative 1, which is negative a, is equal to what? I power 4, which is 1, equal to b. This is what I get from the equation. So is it a equal b? Of course not. This cannot be. And is a equal negative b? Yes. Since negative a equal b, multiply by negative, a equal can be, of course, equal negative b. And absolute a equal absolutely yes. If you put absolute, the a is positive, absolute the b is positive, yes, of course. So in this case, they can equal each other, of course, in this case. Fine? That's the choice. So we have choice 2 and choice 3 in this case. Okay? Because the absolute value, remember chapter 1, removes what? The negative sign, and the answer, which is the output, is always positive. Catch you in question 3. Okay. Here we go. Question 3. So what's the value of a plus bi times a minus bi? That's going to be a squared. Since there's a short way actually, I don't want to go like for a long way. A plus bi, a minus bi, that's straightforward. It's a squared minus bi all squared. Straightforward. So a squared, because the difference between two squares, remember the factorization. So a squared minus b squared, I square, straightforward. So a square, I square is negative 1, that's going to be plus b square. Because I square is negative 1, negative becomes positive. This, remember, I square is equal negative 1. Negative 1 times negative, that's going to be positive. Is the end of question 3? See you in question 4. Okay, question 4. If I have x plus bi is equal 8 plus 6i, what's the value of x plus b over 2? So, since this is a real number, and this is also a real number, so x is equal to how much? 8. And since this is an imaginary number, this is imaginary number, okay? So b is equal to how much? 6. So x plus b over 2, that's going to be 8 plus 6 over 2, that's equal 14 over 2, and that's equal how much? 7. Okay? Now, last question, question 5. See you there. Okay, question 5 here. See, it's a very basic, but at the same time, some of the calculators cannot find the value of I power 7, or I power 21, or I power 32. Okay, some of the calculators cannot find that, but the other calculators can find. So what's the manual way to find I power 7? See, we know that I power 1 is equal to I power 2 is equal to -1, I power 3 is equal -I power 4 is equal to 1. So in this case, I need to remember the pattern. The pattern repeat itself every 4. So the I power 8 is equal to I power 4, I power 7 equal to I power 3, I power 6 equal I power 2, I power 5 is equal to I power 1. So remember, this pattern repeats itself every 4 times. Remember chapter 1, the question that when we divided by 7 and remainder. Remember this question in chapter 1 that we did it together, numbers and operations. Check this here. If I want to get I power 7, I will do 7 divided 4, that's equal to how much? 1. 1 times 4 is 4, that is 3. So 1, 2, 3. So I power 7 is equal to I power 3. In this case, it's -I. Another trial, okay, say I power 8, okay, or I power, let's say 9, okay, so here 9 divide 4, okay, that's going to be 2, 2 multiply 4, it's 8, remainder 1, so check. I power 9 is equivalent to I power 1, which is what? I, okay, hopefully this was like short and fast one for complex numbers. See you inshallah and probability. Thank you very much.